Okay, so Sam, here's the deal. When you go to Photoshop, you're going to do the exact same thing we did earlier this afternoon. So you're going to go File, slice it all up. I'm going to save for web and devices. And again, in here, there's going to be a little change. I did this from this afternoon. And really, I think you can get away with it, but we're just going to try it again. So click on Save. And in here, we're going to go down to, remember we went down to Settings, we go to Custom. I'm going to go to Other. And I'm going to go up to here where it says HTML. I'm going to pick my slices. So this is the same thing we did before. Before it was on Generate Table. We're going to generate CSS. But this time we're going to do it by class. Now again, I don't think it makes much of a difference between the ID and class, but we're going to pick class this time. Click OK. And again, I made a folder for this. So I'm going to save it in my folder, and I'm going to call it Index. Okay, and I'm going to hit Save. So now it's going to ask me, I just did it before, so it's going to have to replace it. So now everything's saved. The file's actually saved in the ready for you to open it in Dreamweaver. So now we're going to go to Dreamweaver. I'm going to hit Open, and I'm going to go to my index file. I'm going to open that. When it comes up, it's going to. I have it sort of split mode, so you can do that. So normally it'll come up looking like this, but I'm going to go to Split. So right off the bat, I'm going to go over to the side here, and it may look like something close to this, but you can hit the down arrow and go to All for your CSS styles. And you'll notice that they're kind of named really funny. So what I suggest is go in here, click on it once, click on it twice, and get rid of where it says leave the div, leave the dot, and you're going to put, in this case it's content, because I actually sliced this one section right here and I left it there and I called it content. So you're going to leave that there. And now you'll notice that something funny happened. And what happened was it sucked it up in here. And the reason why is because we changed this div over here, but we didn't actually change the code that it belongs to, which this particular piece of code belongs to this little section right in here. Now you have to be very careful that you do not erase these quotation marks on either side. So in this case, I'm going to write the same name that I wrote over on the CSS style. So I call that div content. Over here, I highlighted this. I'm just going to write content. So now, when I click out, you'll notice that jumped right back in there. So I'm going to do the same thing with, I'm going to go up to the top one is this one right up here, which you can tell because that is index 01. This is div.table01. So this one is actually the top, so I'm going to call this banner. So I'm going to click on it again, and I just slowly click on it with my mouse. And again, I'm going to click it one more time. I'm going to backspace up to the period, and I'm going to write top banner. And again, click out of it, and you'll notice that nothing really happened. But again, we have to go back inside here where it says div class, and I'm going to take this out and write banner top, and that will do it. And that should give it to us. Oh, sorry, I did it wrong there. Top banner. And that is the first thing you're going to do. Okay, and that's going to fix that. And nobody will know that you had the divs moved over from Photoshop. So that's the first thing you're going to do. So I'm going to save this part of the movie, and you can go on to the next part, which is exporting the div styles out into an external style sheet. So I'll show you that in a minute.